G'day everybody, welcome back to my time at Sandrock. We're just hanging out here in the bedroom. It is quite late in the day, so gonna start the episode by having a bit of a sleep, and then we'll sort of figure out what we want to do from there. Highlights of the previous episode would still have to be sort of the very early part of it, which is hanging out with Fang. But aside from that, we are sort of starting to think about, what we're going to do to end the series. Now, I ended up reading quite a few of the comments from the previous episode. Apologies, haven't responded to any of the comments just yet. It has been a little bit busy real life wise, but people have given me some really good ideas. So one of the first things that I do want to do to sort of wrap up is check out stuff that we haven't really looked at before. Admittedly, playing around with factories has been something that I've been ignoring for quite a bit. So we do have a factory, technically, in the center here, but I only made that just so that I can get a kitchen going in the actual home. Because, again, I don't understand why the game wouldn't let you just place down, machines as a decorative item. But anyway, that doesn't really matter because we are going to try and see if we can make ourselves a factory. Now, by no means is this going to be a factory tutorial. There are plenty of videos to learn about factories out there on YouTube. Mine is not really a tutorial, although if it works out pretty well, then I might, say that it could be a factory tutorial, who knows. Anyway, one of the first things that we need to do, though, to set up a factory is to buy these two things here. So there's the factory control panel and then the factory information board. And I think this one needs to go inside the factory and this one just goes outside of the factory. And I believe the info board you can actually set up anywhere outside of the factory. I don't know if you can potentially set it up inside your home. That could be kind of cool if you could do that. But I'm thinking that the one that sits outside of the factory, we might set up like in front of the gate to the house. And that way we can essentially, check the commission board and then also check on the factory production and, go about our day pretty easily from there. We just pick up everything. More stuff from Miguel. Let's just stash as much as we can. So that's the plan for this episode, but I am also thinking we want to try and get to a point where Azzy grows up a little bit more. So towards the end, depending on how long this takes, we might sort of be speeding up quite a bit to get to the juicy bits. So this is going to be a bit difficult here. I'm gonna need to disassemble the group. And I do need to just store everything because I need to essentially put all this stuff in the factory that we're going to make. I don't know about the water buckets. The water buckets we might need to leave somewhere outside. Not all of the machines can be placed inside the factory. So I think these big machines, they need to remain outside. And I think the relic restoration machine also needs to sit outside as well. So these ones, we'll sort of just move them, tuck them away somewhere that's a little bit, out of the way. Alright, so I mean, I don't really like the look of the factory either, and that's primarily the reason why I haven't really played around with the factory. Is mostly aesthetic. reasons. But since we're at the end, we may as well, right? So I think what we could also do is maybe move some of these things and sort of have them... Hang on, sorry. I'm just making sure that I'm selecting all the things. Why can't I select this as well? Oh well, okay. We can move them one by one, that's fine, I guess. So maybe we'll move these here, and then the factory can be sort of on this side. I don't know how big the factory needs to be. Another thing that we could think about doing is maybe moving some of this stuff, and maybe all of this as well while we're at it. And then... oh. Huh, right. Why can't I group things together? Man. What a great start. Alright, well, if the game's not going to let me do what I want to do, then I'm just gonna have to move things the old-fashioned way. So I just realized there's a way to upgrade this. Ooh, okay, that's much bigger. Do we need a bigger one? I don't think so, guys. I'm gonna settle for a small stable. And this, I don't know. I feel like maybe just getting rid of it, to be honest. Because, I don't really need more chestnuts. So we could probably get rid of that. Okay, so everything looks good, and there's still, you know, plenty of space for a pathway to get out this way. We might want to move these. So let's just move it over that way. The farm can stay where it is. And yeah, let's get this factory in. So let's do... oh, I don't know. I don't know how big we want the factory. I guess there's a limit to how big you can make the factory. Or maybe any room for that matter. So we could probably reduce the size a tiny bit and maybe make it the same width as what we've got going on with the home there. Or I guess maybe that's max size. Possibly. Alright, and we'll just move it slightly, maybe this way. Now, we also will need a roof on top of this, so let's get that in play. And obviously we do need some way to actually enter, so let's get ourselves a door. I might go with an elegant door, just to mix things up a little bit. And we could add some windows here as well. And I'm thinking of just going with some industrial looking windows. That should be fine. So something like that. And And I might do a door here as well, that way we can sort of enter and exit from either side. I think that looks all right. Cool. So now that we've done that, I think the only thing we need to do really is to go inside and actually place, you know, all of our machines and stuff. And as I said, there are some things that have to be on the outside, so we'll consider using some of this space over here for some of the outside machines. In fact, I could probably move some of the larger machines into the right place. Let's just move all of them first. And then now, going to just move that one on its own. Rotate this one too. Yeah, it doesn't squeeze in there, unfortunately. Actually, another way would be to perhaps maybe rotate it this way. Cool. And the relic... the relic recovery machine? I forget what it's called. But the relic maker. Relic restoration machine can go there as well. So that looks good. We do have the dew collectors, and the dew collectors do also need to be outside. So I can't remember, or I can't sort of decide where would be a good spot for it. Maybe just over here along the factory itself. Might not be a bad idea. Can I increase the size? Not really. Seems to be maxed already. You know, pattern and look-wise, I think I'm just going to leave things as is. Not going to play around too much with that. And yeah, let's see. So we do need to get those machines inside. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm hoping that we can just simply go into build mode and just grab all of our machines here, or do I have to... Okay. Right. I probably need to gather all of our machines, but we do have the ability to place down the factory control panel. So are you sure you want to make this a new factory? This will remove the old one. What? Remove the old one. What does that mean? Does that mean that I can no longer have a cooking station in the kitchen? Because if that's the case, that's a little frustrating. Not gonna lie. Yeah, okay, it's disappeared. Right. Don't know if I really like that. And, you know, I'm more than happy to live with not having a factory just for the sake of being able to have a kitchen that looks actually like a kitchen. Okay, something's gonna bother me, guys, but the placement of the windows is gonna bother me. We want them all aligned. Yeah. And maybe we can move some of these a bit closer inwards. Yeah, that looks good. But you know what? Since, you know, we're coming close towards the end of the series, I feel like I can live without having the kitchen for now. Let's see. Oh, there is a letter. Oh, it's all of our stuff that we can now recover. We'll grab all of that. And yeah, just make sure that we've got all of the machines I believe they've all gone into our inventory, so we should be able to just place things down now, hopefully. There we go. So we've got all of our machines. So let's place everything down. So I don't know if we really need to, you know, bother too much with making things look nice, because the whole idea of having a factory is that you don't really need to visit it, and you can sort of automate things, I believe. But what I might do is make it so that there's a bit of a gap in the center, so we can sort of walk towards some of the stuff that, or some of the machines that are set up. I think that's maybe a good way to set things up. So we can have these maybe facing that way. Yeah, that seems alright to me. Perhaps I could just move these guys just a tad closer to the center, like that. And what else do we have? Got some cooking stations here. Now we've got a couple of cooking stations because we've taken the one from the kitchen. I think I'll do the forge there. Then a couple of cooking stations we can set up. Oh man, if they want to make some kind of an improvement, I mean, they're definitely going to want to make some improvements for my time at Evershine, but one thing that they should consider is just having a better camera system for, you know, doing this sort of stuff, you know, with building and whatnot, because I feel like the camera and adjusting the angle of the camera is so frustrating. I think I'll do the blender in the center there. Okay, so I think that's all of the machines in here. I believe they're all connected. So we should be able to just, you know, make stuff from here. And if I'm not mistaken, everything that gets made in the factory gets delivered straight into the storage box outside. Again, don't quote me on that, cause I could be wrong. Hang on. Yeah, things are back to front. I'll pick that up and I'll leave that here. Yeah, that's preferable. Yeah, it'd be much better if they had the ability to have like a couple of factories set up. That way we could keep the kitchen and the cooking station in the kitchen. But nah, it's alright. So we have one last thing, which is the factory control panel, which I would like to put down. Actually, I should be able to do that in edit mode here. Actually, it's called the Factory Information Board, rather. So, oh, sorry, I did say that I want to keep that over here. We don't have to keep it right next to the factory, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, if we just leave it there, that'd be a decent spot for it. And yeah, now we just need to address all of the other machines that we cannot put into the factory. One of the things is a drying rack, so we need to leave that there. And a few other things like the dew collector, which, yeah, I think it makes sense for the dew collector to be still set up here, outside the factory. And considering the layout, maybe we could make like a couple more of these collectors. And that way we won't really ever have to worry about water because we're collecting so much on our own. So, because of that, we can now experiment with actually making more of these dew collectors using some of the new tools that are available to us. So, factory info board. Can I actually do assembly here? Or do I still need to bring stuff to the assembly station? Actually, here we go. Yeah. So, I can actually make, like, machines. So we can do super dew collectors, so this is all the materials we need for it. We say add to queue, and we go... I don't know what this means, split into queues. But we need to make 2. And... yeah, I'm not entirely sure what split into queues means, but anyway, we can do that. And let's see. Is the thing just... okay, it's not making it from there. So I'm not entirely sure where it's being made exactly. Oh. Oh, okay. That seemed pretty instant to me. Interesting. Alright. But then there's also the matter of being able to operate all of your different machines from here as well, right? Like even the work table? Wow, okay. I mean, there we go. We just like suddenly had like a lot of water made. That's very nice. Yeah, and then larger things can be made from here that are not actual machines. And then all this stuff, so smelting for instance, so should we smelt more stuff? Maybe we can go with some more chromium. Yeah, I don't know why it says that we can split it into multiple queues here. Oh, and we can make like the maximum number. Oh, actually, sorry, I've selected stone, my bad. Yeah. Interesting. I'd have to get used to the entire thing. And it's sort of showing us progress on, you know, certain things. I guess we've just added to the queue a little bit more. But I don't know why it's not giving us limits based on the number of machines that we have. What else can we do? Just trying to figure out if there's anything that we should be making. Maybe some iron wire. Why? I'm not entirely sure, but... it's good to just have things in stock, you know? There. And then there's recycling over here. We can decide, you know, what type of waste we want to recycle. Let's do 30 of those. And then... I mean, we always have a need for iron, but let's just drop in a little bit more. I guess there is maybe a limit once you get the bar full. And then I guess maybe things only progress once we leave. Yeah, look at this. We've got a lot of stuff queued up. Okay, right. You could even do things until there's not enough materials anymore for what you want. That's kind of an interesting system compared to, you know, when we're doing it manually, we sort of get to know what we can and can't do based on, you know, actually seeing whether or not we have the materials available. Right. Just going to continue placing some more of these things down. And then we can probably replace, or well, not replace, but like position rather, our buckets. I think it makes sense for the buckets to be there, as if they're, you know, being used in conjunction with the dew collectors. So, if we have automated a lot of stuff, what does Rosie do? Like, do we even need to hire her in that case? I guess she's still going to be useful for, you know, gathering up like stuff from the animals, maybe cleaning the animal pens and stuff. But she won't really need to look after the machines, not even clean the machines or anything like that. I guess she can still look after the dew collectors, look after these machines here, like refill the water in the fuel tank. Anywho, I do need to take this out, and I think I'm just going to get rid of all of that. Because, yeah, is sort of a random thing anyway. Don't really need it. Farm is still looking good. We'll keep the farm as it is. Probably should do a little bit of the farming right now. So why not? Let's take some of this out. And let's get jute cantaloupe in. And now that we've sort of played around with the factory and we sort of know how to operate a factory, I think we need to move on to the next big thing, which is Azzy growing up. Well, I don't think he'll grow up too much, but we want to hopefully speed through until we get to what's happening with him. I'm just trying to think if I want to decorate a little bit more, but I can probably leave the factory to be pretty plain, to be honest. Oh, there is anything that it needs. It probably needs some windows on one side, though. Gotta have that. So let's just quickly add these in. Yeah, looks much better. And we've got all of our stuff just coming into the delivery box here, which is pretty cool. Arguably, I should have done that way earlier on in the playthrough, but I was just too excited about doing all the stuff in town, you know? Like, a factory wasn't really a thing that I really wanted to get into that much anyway. There are commissions, but you know what? You guys have seen commissions tons of times. I'm just gonna double check that there's nothing going on in town today, which is correct. So from here on out, we might be time warping quite a bit. So I'll see you when I see you. Alright guys, I just decided to quickly record a little bit about what's going on. I know I did say we're going to time warp a little bit. Still not where we want to be just yet with Azzy growing up, but it has started snowing on this winter day in Sandrock. I know it's something that we have experienced before, but I feel like this is quite a beautiful sight. So, you know, I thought I'd just want to share that with you guys, especially since, you know, we are sort of right at the end of the series here. You know, this is kind of what I had in mind with the way I decorated the balcony, having a space to sort of watch the world go by And I feel like we did a pretty good job setting this up, although perhaps maybe this building here, we could have had it on the other side, and therefore the majority of the balcony would be looking out this way towards the town. Having said that though, we have another beautiful view just over here, with all of the mountain peaks and the canyons and all that sort of stuff out in the distance. A nice windmill there, sort of, you know, chugging away very slowly. But yeah, thought I'd just share this with you guys. Again, I'll see you guys when there's a little bit more happening. Okay guys, sorry, again, not really where I want to be just yet in terms of the timeline, but I thought one thing that was a little bit interesting is that all of these machines are actually chugging away when you do get them to, you know, start working on stuff. And I feel like I just wanted to show you that, since, I mean, if you're not playing the game yourself, I think a lot of you guys are probably playing the game or have played the game before. But I just find it to be kind of interesting to be able to see that, you know, all of the machines are actually chugging away when you do, you know, queue things up. So that's kind of cool. Let me see if I can sort of add a little bit more here. Some sand rice cakes, maybe. Yeah, I'm just like randomly making stuff everywhere. Okay, but the cooking stations don't seem to be doing too much. Did I get stuff in? Yeah, I did. Okay. I could perhaps maybe do stuff at the forge. Make some of Justice's favorite things. Ngulu, maybe? We'll just do, like, I don't know, 2 of them. Yeah, so that's chugging away as well. Yeah, I just found that to be kind of interesting, because when we first experimented with this, we just sort of got stuff made from the panel outside, which means that you couldn't really get to see stuff actually working. Anyway, I'm gonna cut again, guys, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright. Thought I'd just show you guys the fireworks. A bit of the festival as well. Winter solstice. Likely going to be our last winter solstice for the series, guys. So, kind of appropriate that this is happening, you know, in the last few episodes. Yeah, maybe this is a good idea for me to also just say a big thank you to all you guys who've been hanging around from episode 1 all the way till now. I do really appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the videos, leaving comments, leaving likes, etc, etc. And I hope you enjoyed the journey with me. I do quite like the fireworks in Sandrock. Always a very nice sight. But we have seen it quite a few times, so I might cut a little bit further, guys. Alright guys, so It turns out
How was your sleep last night? I dreamt about an
our
entire forest planted
wedding
by myself.
anniversary and my birthday is actually on the same day. Anyway, let's have a chat with Mian.
Happy birthday!
Hey, babe. That sounds a little bogan, but anyway. You didn't see me building this for you, did you? Building that, okay. By building, do you mean cooking? But anyway, since it is our anniversary, I suppose I should also give Mian a gift. I do a date and stuff with her, but you know, it's sort of stuff that we've all seen before, so let's only just worry about giving her a gift, and we should be okay to do what we need to do after that. Where's the usual stuff that we have for her? Yeah, actually, I'm not seeing where our dragon's blood. Oh, here it is.
Thanks, I love.
All right, cool. Again, guys, gonna keep cutting, so I'll see you when things get a little bit more interesting. All right, guys. So it's been many days, and for me, I feel like I've been sitting here for hours now, trying to get to the right day. But I think we're here. And part of the problem for me was also figuring out what was I actually supposed to do. Have a chat with Azzy, or if there's a mission, do I need to go somewhere? But it turns out that you actually need to speak to your spouse about the first day of school.
Darling, we're supposed to bring our child to school today. If you don't have any emergency commissions, I think we should both go.
Okay, let's go. All right, and there he is, the big man himself. Good old Azzy. So on the 21st of spring, he has grown into a fine young man. Let's maybe give him a gift to celebrate his, do we say coming of age? Not exactly, but you know, he's a little bit more grown up now. What would he like? Maybe a toy robot. Okay, no, we're still pretty bad at giving gifts. But anyway, we need to take Azzy to school, so let's go ahead and do that. It is also the 21st. I have been to the mystery man yesterday to buy some more seeds, but if we find him out and about today, we might as well buy even more seeds. And see how we go. But yeah, I've been at this for a few hours because I kept thinking that Azzy would grow up on his actual birthday. And then when I sort of get to his birthday, I kept thinking, is something gonna happen? Do I have to do something special? But it turns out I completely missed it. So I had to sort of redo quite a few things. And I even had to scrap some footage that I had initially planned to show, but that's okay. We're here now, that's most important, and okay, as he's... Oh, okay, he's just teleported himself right next to us. Okay, first day of school. Let's hope things go well for him, and he gets along with all the other children in the area. And let's hope that he actually makes a lot of friends here as well.
Our child's gone to school. It's amazing. I'm gonna shed a tear.
Okay, there you go. I thought there would be a little bit more than just us showing up at school and that's that, you know? Like, I thought he would actually go in and, you know, maybe have a chat with Jane about the curriculum and all that jazz, but I guess not. Mystery Man's right here. Let's have a chat. And, buy more of those seeds. Just top things up. And yeah, I could buy like the furniture chests and stuff, but I figure I don't really need to worry about that. One thing that I was sort of thinking about in terms of that footage that I just mentioned to you that I decided not to show, I was thinking, do I, you know, need to have like some kind of a birthday party for Azzy when he gets a little bit older? So I was sort of planning a party, but I might actually scrap that. Sure, his birthday is sort of coming up. It's going to be on the 7th of the next month. But I figure we probably won't actually get there because I have a feeling that the next episode's probably going to be the last one. And I did sort of talk to you guys a little bit before about reading comments and suggestions, and some people actually suggested that perhaps maybe having a final party here in Sandrock is in order, and I tend to agree. So as you can see, I've got a lot of letters which I haven't opened because I've been sort of sleeping through the days. But yeah, I think that's a really good idea, and someone else then chimed in and suggested that we should hold the party outdoors and you know, have a big celebration, and we might wrap up the series that way. So that's the plan, I think, guys. So when we come in the next episode, I'll plan for a party on a specific day. I could even perhaps maybe plan the party for Azzy's birthday even, if I really wanted to. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. But we'll have one last party, and we'll say our goodbyes to the various characters. I'll probably not hit up every single character in the game, but we'll, you know, have our final chats with, you know, at least the main characters that I really enjoyed interacting with before maybe heading up to Martin Mortal's tree, and we'll say our last goodbyes to you guys, the viewers, from there as well. But as for right now, this particular episode though, I think we're going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Leave a like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.